All right, friend. Good grief, look at that fire station. Wow. Rich. Now, this is Winder, Georgia, we are entering into. Thought I'd do a video. We are on 81 headed north. See the little green sign on the right? Winder city limits. Please drive carefully. Okay, so we're on 81 headed north straight out of Loganville. Winder is a I don't know. I should have probably looked it up and gave you some stats on it, but anyway, it's not a very big town as far as the downtown goes. It's on the it's not really on the edge of the suburbs of Atlanta. It's just a little further than that. This will probably be considered suburbs in about, I would say about 10 years maybe, if things keep growing like they are. Maybe a little sooner than that. But it is just a little further out than saying it's on the edge of the suburbs. So Winder is a town. I'm going to just guesstimate and say it has about 10,000 people living in the downtown area. Maybe somewhere around there, between 5 and 10. And just about everything you would need is in Winder. And it is actually far enough away from Atlanta that you could live here right now. I'm talking temporary. If you had to work in Atlanta or on the outskirts of Atlanta, on the east side of Atlanta, it would be okay to live here, or to live just outside of Winder, just temporarily for a couple of years, 3, 4, 5 years. It's not clogged with the city. The masses are not here. They're not here. And although I do not advocate you moving anywhere near the city, I push for folks to live a rural lifestyle, way out, as far out as you can get, close to a town about this size, but way out in the middle of nowhere. Find you a town about this size in the middle of nowhere and live on the outskirts of it, somewhere far from the big city. 53 to the right, 11 straight. Now 81 ends right here. And this is considered 11 now. And if you was to take a right back there, that's 11 and 53. Crazy, I know. This is downtown Winder. Pretty cool little town. Now Winder has all sorts of types of folks in it. Rich, upper middle class, working class, and poor. All colors, all races here as well. I'm going to tell you something. I smell sewage. My nose knows sewage. I smell sewage. Oh, maybe it's my breath. My mouth was open. Nah, I'm just kidding. I do smell sewage, though. Now, I'm going up here and taking 211. See the sign to the right there, 211, is take a left or go straight, and you'll go straight, and then we'll have to end up taking a right to get on 211. I know. That's Georgia for you. I never paid attention to that when I was young. You'll be driving along, and all of a sudden you take come to a stop sign, and going straight, the road changes to a different name. You got to turn left or right for the road to stay on the same road. Craziness here in Georgia. I never realized that until my brother-in-law moved down here. My sister-in-law's husband, my brother-in-law, they moved down here from Michigan and moved to Bostwick. I did a video of Bostwick and got a little shot of their house in it. And he was like, man, it's the craziest thing I ever seen. Well, I never even realized it until he said something. And I was like, oh, no, it ain't like that. What is he talking about? And sure enough, I just started opening up my eyes. I was so used to it. I was blind to it. You know how that is. And I was like, man, he's right. This is crazy. That is Georgia. So this is downtown. Downtown Winder. Not bad. Not bad. Now, see, me, because of where I live right on the edge. When I say on the edge of the suburbs, I mean on the edge of the suburbs of Atlanta. And the suburbs are actually going around us. We live in a watershed, and but we are fixing to be swallowed up. And see, Winder, for me right now, for how I work and where my work is, for me right now, living on the outskirts, on the backside of Winder, further away from the city, on the back, the outskirts of Winder would be ideal for me, because I could still be out, not affected by Atlanta, have everything I want in Winder, and still be close enough to commute to my jobs. And right now, the way work is, I could just about live anywhere I wanted to live in the metropolitan area of Atlanta. But friend, I am working on Knoxville area, because the retreat property is straight north of Knoxville, and I've been working on the Knoxville area, just figuring things out. I've already tested the waters there for the home improvement type stuff, the construction type stuff, and that is a plus. I can generate work there at the touch of a button, and that's called prepping. That's called prepping. And if you're just watching this, just so happen to be watching this, and you're not a subscriber, this is a prepping channel, Appalachian Americans Preparedness. This is a prepping channel. We talk about prepping and homesteading and the world ending kind of stuff. Anyway, we are still in the city limits of Winder. Now back there on May Street, Highway 11, where we were before we crossed the railroad tracks, you can go left or right, and then for a good 3/4 of a mile, either way, you're going to have this sort of thing, stuff, businesses and that sort of thing. Be like this. Not quite as long as this. This is a long stretch of stuff. That was a pretty dog he had back there. We are going to 211, and that is where, well, I won't cut it off real quick. Now, if I were going to live in Winder, you'll see when I turn on 211, I would live down that way. That's the place I would live if I were going to live in Winder. I would live in that area, and you'll see it. It immediately, when you get on 211, it's just about a mile, and it's pretty well country. Winder gets a bad rap. It's not it. People say that Winder is trashy, and it does have trashy areas, just like just about any other city. And I say trashy, it has areas that are economically challenged, I guess you would say. There's a big hospital to the left. Georgia, Northeast Georgia Medical Center. That's a big one. Okay, see, we are on 211 right now. Is it 11 or 211? Anyway. No, this is Highway 11. 211, I will get on way on up here. Okay, so scratch 211 out, because 211 is in 2 miles. This is Highway 11. Now, this is the side of Winder that I would choose to live on. To the right there, you didn't get to see it, but it's a 55 plus community. You have to be 55 years old and up to live in it. So it's a retirement community. Now see, desolate all of a sudden. That's how it is. It's how it is on this side, which we're headed kind of east. So east and north and northwest, but not west and not south of Winder. I wouldn't live in those areas. But as soon as you get out of town, northwest, straight north or east. Big old church there to the right. It's a big one. Winder Baptist Church. Now, I'm not Baptist, but man, I do love the Baptist folks. They are some of the best folks. They are. Baptist people are good people. Huh? Good people. And you get in the Baptist church. Hey, the Baptist church came to my rescue at one point in my life. They did. They did. And we'll talk about that another day. Good, wholesome, good, sincere folks. I mean, not all of them. It's like anything else. All right, friends. So we'll let it go to about 12, 13 minutes. We'll turn on 211 up here. Probably, I think, at this stop sign up here. Whoa. Now, this is country. Now, this isn't like living out in the middle of nowhere. But it's country. It's not like the retreat property where a town the size of Winder is out in the middle of nowhere. And I live on, and our property and our cabin is on the outskirts of that. This isn't like that. Winder is a town. Is a town on the outskirts of the suburbs of Atlanta. There's a septic tank company to the left. I don't know who that is. Brothers Septic Tank. He's got 2 or 3 trucks. All right. So anyway, that is it, friend. That is it. Now the two main 11 and 211 that I'm on 211 now. I was on 11. Now, these are main roads. 211 and 11 are main roads. Traveled. I mean, this is a heavily traveled road. Not traffic, just a lot of traveling on it. But you get anywhere off of either one of those, 11 or 211, and you're going to be in the what you would call the country. Yes. All right. Anyway, Winder, Georgia. You seen downtown Winder, and now we're on 211, headed east, I do believe. It may be northeast. Anyway, friend, we'll see you.